Hello and welcome to episode 251 of the Heart of Markness Led Zeppelin podcast. I have a great one for you today. I visited this show almost 3 years ago, exactly, just a couple days off. It is Providence, July 21st, 1973. One of the best shows of the US 73 tour, and I would say absolutely on par with Madison Square Garden a week later that was used for The Song Remains the Same. Just the same brilliant telepathic communication, the same brilliant virtuosity from all four musicians, and the same brilliant energy. It's just an amazing show. And I was listening to it this week, as I do, and just some other things in it. Last time, I think we did Over the Hills, Far Away, No Quarter, and Heartbreaker, all of which are great, especially the No Quarter, my God. So we're going to steer away from those today and focus on some other tunes. Which ones? You'll find out. And I also wanted to just say a little, those of you who follow me online or interact with me online probably already know, but my youngest daughter, Sarah, has been fighting an eating disorder for about 6 months and looked like she was, not on her own. She had a doctor and a nutritionist and a therapist and all that. But she's losing ground, and she's done some damage to her heart. Not irreparable. None of this is at a point of no return, but it's at a point of, okay, what she needs is some inpatient treatment. Go to a place, deal with this, and get her better. So that has been what I've been dealing with this past week. Wednesday was when we got word on that. So I've been coming up with the deductible that I need to cover, which is $5,000 before insurance. So I gathered up what I had, pulled some things, talked to some friends, and put out a GoFundMe because it was kind of all of a sudden, holy shit, I need this. I don't have weeks necessarily to gather this. So there is a GoFundMe up. You can find the link on the Facebook group, Heart of Markness, or on my Twitter, which is also Heart of Markness. If you're interested, no pressure. We're gonna make it just fine. We're almost halfway there now, just after a few days. So we got this, but just FYI. That's also why I haven't been that active on social media, especially on my Patreon, for which I deeply apologize, guys, for the last little while, because this has kind of been taking up my bandwidth, and now that it's reached a point where it's gotten pretty bad, it's taken up all my bandwidth. So apologies if I'm off today or for the next little while. Everything's going to be fine, but just right now everything kind of sucks. So thank you for your indulgence, and all the more reason to take solace in the greatest rock and roll band of all time. So let us do that. We're going to start off with... one other thing I also wanted to mention is I just found out as I was working on this week's episode, I found some messages from a couple people, which were a few days old because of said other stuff that I've been working on, so apologies for that, guys, that the amazing June 22nd, 1977 recording from a couple episodes back, which is really much better than what we've heard before, isn't the Dadgad remastered version that I thought it was. I somehow got a copy of just the raw, unedited files, which is fine, but the Dadgad version is supposedly the one where it's at. So I have downloaded that. I haven't listened to it yet other than a cursory listen, and he certainly seems to have dealt with that low frequency oversaturation pretty well. So it does seem to be different. I haven't really given it much thought and attention yet, but I will be changing the source unless something else happens on the webpage, which is heartofmarkness.com. So If you've grabbed that show, give it a little time, and if there's a little asterisk next to the link or something, grab the new Dadgad version because it's supposed to be better, and it sounds better from what I heard. I just listened to a snippet of In My Time of Dying, and yeah, absolutely that's the way to go. So apologies for muddying the water with false lineage information. The file folder I got for that show was straight off the YouTube channel and did not have any notes. So, whoopsie, bad one for me. So we'll get you the right one up there soon. If you don't see it, give it another week or so and I'll have it up there. Because next week, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I am flying to California for a week to work there and get trained on some new stuff for the company. We're an environmental testing laboratory that currently tests for asbestos, but we're going to start doing a bunch of other stuff because we were acquired by a giant company that does a lot of other stuff, so I'm going to go learn that. So I'll be in California for the week, so probably not that active on the socials, not that I have been lately anyways, but that's what's going on in Mark's life. All right, thank you, and thank you, and thank you again. All right, let us listen to, I want to start off with Celebration Day, because it's a fun song, especially in 1973. It's a very fun song, but particularly on this night, which is the next performance after the infamous Boston show where everybody went fucking berserk in the audience, got them in a little bit of trouble. They come out and they play with an intensity and a ferocity which is great, and they'd also do a lot of fucking policing of the crowd, which is also great, because shit got too wild the night before, so this time they're ruling with an iron hand. But Celebration Day, the reason I chose it aside from being great is it's a Jonesy heavy. Jonesy just, somebody in one comment I read for this show says that in this song Jonesy's doing his John Entwistle impersonation, and I can totally hear that. So hear a very, very, very powerful Jonesy in Celebration Day, friends. July 21st, 1973, Providence, Rhode Island. Let's go.
She was busy, and the light is going low.
leads us right into Black Dog. And the reason I didn't let it flow right into it as it would organically, why I broke that up, is because I want to talk about Robert's voice. Robert's voice at this show is great. He is powerful at this show. This song, Black Dog, some of the shit he gets up to in the higher registers is insane. The yell he lets out just before the solo, nuts. The whole thing, nuts. It is good, and I just wanted you to pay attention to that because it's easy just to kind of coast because you're probably doing something as you're listening to this. But if you can, pay a little attention to this going in. It's a few minutes. Black Dog, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be like every other Black Dog. It is a little tighter. It is a little cooler. Jimmy plays some cool shit. But Robert, holy smokes. Listen to that, and here you go.
I was going to say it's nice to be back, but I don't think we've been here before. I could be wrong.
See? Robert's voice, god damn, can he sing. I like it. I like this show a lot. I mean, it's not a controversial stand. Providence is highly regarded. It's like, oh, you like pizza? Wow. What a hill to die on. And ice cream? Whoa, controversy. Yes, Providence 73 is the shit. If you hear squeaking, it's my stupid chair, and I bounce my leg because I'm nervous and stressed and anxious. So, sorry. Hang on, I'll stop. I don't know if it transfers. I bet it does. Anywho, thank you. As I mentioned earlier, I have a Facebook group, Heart of Markness, almost 300 people in it. All of them great, except for the ones that post porn links, but they get weeded out quick. And I have a website, heartofmarkness.com. That's where you can go and get this recording, this entire recording for the show, which consists of the standard 1973 set, Rock and Roll, Celebration Day, Black Dog, Over the Hills, Misty Mountain Hop, Since I've Been Loving You, No Quarter, Song Remains the Same, Rain Song, Dazed and Confused, Stairway, Moby Dick, Heartbreaker, Whole Lotta Love, and The Ocean. Bow, 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 bow. It's a good one. So go to heartofmarkness.com and get this. I don't think this is the same. This is not the same file that I used 3 years ago when I did this show before. I think it is the same source, but I don't think it's the same transfer. So I don't know if it's better, best, good, better, best, better than, lesser than, greater than, equal, sine, tangent, cosine. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I am barely here. I want to just walk around in circles. I have not flown a plane in 23 years. And I'm not like, oh my God, we're all going to die in a plane. It's just, something I haven't done. I got to be at the airport at 5 in the fucking morning. I'm not looking forward to it. It'll be fine. It's always fine. But that is taking up a good part of my brain. And then, of course, my daughter is taking up the rest. So this is just kind of a triumph of the will. So apologies for this not being the greatest episode of all time. But you know who are the greatest of all time? The Titans, upon whose shoulders rests this humble yet mighty podcast. I am, of course, talking about my patrons. And they are Keith and Tilda, Brian, Steve, George, Big Ed, Kenny, John from West Footscray, Picard, Rob from Melbourne, Australia, Wayne, Brad, Danielle, Tracy, Supreme David, Bonzo Billy, and Mimo. These guys, a very, very large proportion of those names have also heard the rallying cry of that I gave with my daughter and have helped in other ways as well. So, man, I have the best listeners and friends and patrons. Thank you, everybody, for your help. You are all awesome. All right, now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Oh, yeah, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, all those places. So, yeah, I have a YouTube channel if you're interested in listening to me on YouTube. Everything else you already know because you're already listening. All right, plowing ahead, as Bill Burr says. One last song I want you to listen to, and it is Since I've Been Loving You, which, since it's 1973, you know is going to be good. And since it's Providence 1973, you know it's going to be extremely good. And it is. Listen to Jimmy go, and listen just to everybody, the telepathy between them all. By that, it means they lock in really well, tightly, and then when one goes off to improvise, the others are right in sync and go right off with them. Call and response stuff, it's great. This is why Led Zeppelin is great, and this is why Led Zeppelin is even better live than in the studio, in my opinion, most of the time. All right, Since I've Been Loving You, friendos, let's get to it.
Oh, my tears, they fell like rain. Don't you see them fall? Thank you very much. I would like to say I didn't want to offend anybody when I was given that sort of confiteor thing. So just to prove it is something that we really like to play, and we're going to play it really fantastically.
That was Robert being a little conciliatory because he, before the recording started, that's when he had to yell at the audience to lighten the fuck up or they're going home. And they were serious because they'd already gotten in trouble and had some damage done. So they're like, no, knock this shit off or we're leaving. So he had to be the big tough dad at the age of 25. All right, guys. Go to hardermarkness.com, get this recording. Go to hardermarkness.com, get the DadGad 62277 recording, which I had erroneously not been sharing for the last couple of weeks, if you want. And I will talk to you next Sunday with another show. Thanks again for everything. Thank you, my patrons and friends, and everybody who's helped me out with my daughter. Be good to yourselves and each other. Love you all. And talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.